It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot key strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different.
At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I wanna stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot key strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call it short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be home.
At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". 6. Yeah. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot. I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry. Triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot key. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog. I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Adam. I am the co-founder, co-creator, and really the brains behind the operation, next to some guy named Mike. Just kidding. So our head trader, Mike Edward, just had a baby recently, Aurora Capri Perinati. So big congratulations to him, his wife, his family. And yeah, I'm taking over for today. We're doing it a little bit early. And the good thing about when I do the live is, you know, at least for those that are watching, there's a lot less sales and a lot more information, which is great. All right. So what I've done for everyone here today, well, for those that are new, if you don't know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational company that combines top tier education, an immense amount of tools and resources to really help you have the best chance to become consistently profitable in this market, in any market. We exist to help you make money by providing these tools and education. That's what we do. That's what we've done now since 2017. We have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries. And yeah, and we have a community that is unlike any other. And really, really grateful for that. Is True Trading Group the answer to all your money problems? Are you going to make $1 billion when you sign up tonight or tomorrow or whenever? No, it is not. Does True Trading Group give you a real chance at becoming, you know, at achieving your goals with this? It absolutely does. All right, more on that in a minute. But at this time, I want to thank our partners over at Benzinga. You know, Benzinga has been a longtime supporter of True Trading Group, and big thanks to them for constantly supporting the channel. And that is pretty much it. I'm trying to think, I got all the red tape. Today's episode is sponsored by the letter R for recession. Just kidding. All right. So here's what we're going to do. All right. I have prepared a pretty in-depth report that I'm going to go over with you that Mike had set up for me And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this report. If I'm looking away, it's because my camera is right here, and I'm here. I'm usually not the one on the live, but let's go over it, right? So, and what we can do is, yeah, I'll just go over it here. All right, guys. Joe, maybe we could let's put up a stock chart of the SPY, right? That'll feel more like at home, right? So here, hang on. I'll if you could get that going, let's put up a chart of the SPY. Just people, they come here, they like to see charts, makes them feel good. But listen, a couple of things I want to get out of the way early on, right? I'm not the head trader of True Trading Group, obviously. However, as somebody that is the co-founder and I've worked in the public markets for, almost my entire adult life, I will tell you this. A week ago, there was very little chatter and very little fear about, recession and all that stuff and major economic downturn, so to speak, right? And unfortunately, everyone's freaking out from last week, or at least a lot of people are. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are, right? And I want to pull up the SPY chart, other than the fact that people like charts, is you got to understand, we're only down 7% from the all-time high. That's it, just 7% from the all-time high. If you're on social media, if you're watching the news, you would think that it was like 30 to 40%, right? My dad, who does not trade, right, told me today, he's like, man, I was going to get into the stock market, but now's a bad time. I heard that the stock market is crashing and is everything's bad. Yeah, well, no, not so much, and I sat there with him and I showed him a stock chart of this entire year, and I explained to him, I was like, listen, the fact of the matter is people make more money in a down market. It is easier and faster to make money on the way down than it is to hold and wait for the ride up. Okay? It's very simple. Things move down faster than they go up. And because you can short and because you can buy puts, right? If you know what you're doing, it's easier to make money a little bit faster, right? At least that's what we have seen. That's been our experience. That's been a lot of our members' experience, right? So 7% in the grand scheme of things is really nothing. I believe that's a year chart on the SPY right now. Look at where we started from at the beginning of the year as opposed to where we are now. I don't know why people think that the SPY or any stock really has to just continue to move straight up without any sort of pullback or volatility whatsoever. But it doesn't. Right? That's not how this works. So, stocks don't move up in a straight line. The market doesn't move up in a straight line, although you wouldn't know that necessarily by looking at the chart. Right? It's been a phenomenal year for the overall SPY, or for the overall markets. So a 7% pullback on some volatility the week of a Fed meeting, you know what? Maybe to be expected. And I don't know if you guys who watched the Fed meeting, we covered it inside of True Trading Group, but I got to tell you, that was in my opinion, that was the most dovish I had heard Jerome Powell in a very long time. I don't know if you guys would agree with that or disagree with that, but he sounded very, very in control. He sounded, confident but not arrogant as to what he was saying. He wasn't saying, oh, this is transitory, whatever. Like, he wasn't dismissing anything. He was acknowledging things, but he was also, I got the vibe that he was very in control of the conversation. And not every time when we watch a Fed meeting do we see that, in my opinion. Right? And he was wearing his purple tie, which is kind of an inside thing in True Trading Group, right? So, it was good. So, I think that what we're talking about now kind of highlights the impact of a lack of education and a tendency to chase stocks at their peak. I love my father, but if somebody like my father is asking me if now's the best time to invest in the stock market, I'm not sure you want to buy a bunch of stuff at its high, right? I'm sure you kind of want to, like, the way the stock market works is you try and buy low and sell high, right? That's typically how those things work. Again, I'm not a construction worker or an astronaut, but that is what I think. All right. So for me, if I'm somebody that's an active trader, a 7% pullback, even a 10% pullback, is not the end of it's something that I would get excited about. I don't want to overpay for stuff, right? I don't want to overpay for stuff. I don't want people like my father and members of True Trading Group to overpay for things. And it's funny because I guess it's just how human psychology works, right? Is that you have an easier time convincing yourself to buy something at the high or at a higher price because it feels more safe, more secure, more whatever, than you do convincing yourself to buy it at a discount, because the discount doesn't feel well. Well, why is it discounted? Why is it discounted? Is there trouble, right? Well, I'd rather not afford it than necessary. You know what I mean? Than pay at a discount. It makes you think. And it's funny how trading works like that. Is like you buy it as long as it's moving up and you're chasing it, but really it's counterproductive. The people that have long-term success in the markets, whether you're trading or investing, right? Trading being active day to day, investing, buying, holding for a long time. It really, what's important is remaining calm and understanding that you want to purchase things when they go on sale, right? That's just what it is. So for us, this is some of the stuff that we teach inside of True Trading Group. We help people cross that threshold of feeling, feeling like they have to chase something and buy it on the way up, because that's just strength, and you got to buy into that every time. We help people to really understand that that's not how this works. That's counterproductive for long-term success, and it's one of the many things we teach them. But it's just funny how human beings work in that way, right? Everyone wants to make the most money. Nobody wants to buy it on sale, because if it's on sale, something must be broken, when really it's not. That's just how the markets work. On top of that, what I'd also like to know is, and again, look, people in True Trading Group, we have an incredible community. And not just because I think so. I guess it would be just because I think so. But really, the community at True Trading Group is second to none, because not only do they care about one another, not only are they supportive of one another, these are thousands of people, right? But these are also people that are experiencing success, and not because I say so. That part's not because I say so. They're experiencing success. They're making money. They're becoming better traders. This is what they do. And it's interesting and very cool to be a part of something like that, because it's like, if you got a great group of people, but all they ever did was lose money, then you got a great group of people, but who's that benefiting at the end? Not them. And it's all about them, because we charge a membership fee. So if somebody signs up for True Trading Group and they're a member for X amount of time, and all they ever did was lose and not learn anything, whatever, then that's a huge problem. But it's quite the opposite. People that are members of True Trading Group, they're making money and they're becoming better traders, and not just because I say so, because they're going to tell you. So if you're a member of True Trading Group and you're in here right now and you're making money or becoming a better trader, go ahead, type the number 1 in chat and let people know. All right, let's see. Go ahead, try and count as they come through. It'll be a lot, I promise. All right. As you can see, there's a lot of number ones coming through the chat. There is no difference between these people and anyone else, right? So like just for, and I don't know if you guys want to, respond or not, but for everyone that's typing the number one, I think they would like to see, and I would like to see, how many people on here are not a TTG member? If you're not a TTG member, can you type TTG in chat? If you used to be a member, if you used to be a trial member, if you've never been a member, if this is your first stream, can you type TTG in chat, please? All right, and let's see how many people, right? Again, let's see. Maybe Sean Johnson, Adam Boutin-Hughes. We got Barbie Sanders. Go ahead, type TTG in chat. Gary Trivanovich. We got Noah. We have an Adam and Noah Boutin-Hughes. Fair enough. Joel Gilmore, Prospective LLC. All right. Knob Goblin. Look at that. What's going on? What's going on, Uncle Jim? Scoutmaster Kevin. How are you, sir? All right. So we got Rashida Wood. All right. So there we go. All right. Now, I feel like it's important to show you guys that the people that type the number one. I'm going to Americask 8. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I want to ask a question real quick. To TTG members, you said that you were making money and that you're becoming better traders. Can you tell me why? Why do you think that is? And don't just put TTG. I'd like you to actually tell people that what you're doing that maybe they're not doing, right? Or that they don't know about or whatever. And don't just put joining TTG. What are you actually doing? Maybe just type it in chat. Education, constant training and learning. Education, risk management. Okay. Recognizing patterns, education and understanding. All right. So you guys see a theme, right? Education, practice, understanding, all of that stuff, right? Being part of a community. Look, I don't care if you're the most experienced, profitable trader in the world. I'm sure even Warren Buffett trades with somebody else. Sure, there's some weird group chat of like 110-year-old men that just sit there and trade and then do weird cult stuff. But what I'm saying is that trading is a lonely sport. And even if you're a phenomenal trader, the best traders still need a great community. Okay? So Charlie did pass, unfortunately. Rest in power, King. So I'd like to ask the people that are not members that type TTG, everyone that typed TTG, if you could maybe just take a second, help me out. Tell me, are you making money? Are you profitable? What areas do you struggle with? Maybe you could chime into the conversation a bit. Let me know, non-members, where do you struggle? Are you struggling? Maybe you're super successful. I don't know, but you're on this channel. So you're searching out insight on YouTube. Native Gamer says risk management. There are so many financial trading group. What makes you different? And don't say community because they all say that. What is your secret sauce? Excellent. First time watching video, my coworker told me about TTG, Packy FBX, trader psychology. Excellent. So can we put his comment up on the screen? All right, so what I'd like to do is are you cool if I ask you a question and then you respond so that we can maybe have like a little bit of a conversation back and forth? Let's see. Cue the Jeopardy. Okay, perfect. Thank you, brother. All right. So here's what makes us different. I would say right off the bat, trading groups have a history or a reputation of being not transparent. There's alerts that go out via text message and email. There are, it's hard to get a real sense of what is actually being purchased, what is not being purchased. I think you would agree with that, right? That it's not every group, but some groups, there's a level of lack of transparency, right? It's a lot of like, trust me, bro, or I just made this percentage in this amount of time. They kind of wave that around a lot and use it to sell memberships or use it to kind of further promote themselves. You will never see us doing that. But what you will see is that every single day, we have 8 professional traders inside of True Trading Group. Professional traders, what does that mean? Professional traders means that these people trade for a living, that whether they work for True Trading Group or not, this is how they support themselves and their family. That's what makes them professional. We are not licensed professionals. We're not investment advisors. But what we also do is every day within chat, we share our screen. You can go back and forth between the different moderators. You can literally watch them execute trades in real time. They talk to you about what they're going to do before they do it, right? They alert their entries and their exits. They own when a trade is bad and when a trade is not bad. So if there's a losing trade, they don't hide. They come on, they own it, they move to the next one. When there's a trade that's a big win, we acknowledge it, we get happy, cool, move to the next one. It's not about one win or one loss. And that transparency that we have in there is a huge thing that we hold ourselves accountable to so that our members know and they never have to question, is it real? And that's a big problem on social media, right? Is that you don't really know what's real and what isn't. And in True Trading Group, you see it live. Not only that, at the end of the day, all of the moderators have to submit exported copies of their brokerage records for the day. So all the entries, all the exits, every take profit, every loss, everything, they have to submit it. And then we have it on our website public for all of our members to review. So that is something that I don't think you find in many places, right? So first and foremost, that transparency is huge. Second, education. Are we going to give you guys an education that you can't get by going on YouTube? Well, to answer your question honestly, no. If you wanted to go on YouTube and figure out, for example, what VWAP is or what put options are or call options are, you're going to be able to do that, right? The problem comes is that once you want to know how to put these things together, well, now you're on YouTube and you're looking for a bunch of different stuff. So I'll give you an example of the issue, right? And then I'll tie that into how our group works. And I hope I'm answering your question. I'm trying not to give you a BS answer, right? About community and everything else. But this is YouTube, obviously, right? All right, I apologize if nobody's seen Wolverine. Yep, this is a real picture. So if I type in how to trade stocks, can you guys tell me which one to click on? And then maybe even justify why. Because I don't really know where to start. Maybe this one, day trading from 0 8 months ago. But this is FX trading. I'm interested in trading stocks. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go through all of this. I'm not going to know what to start with or who to go with, right? So this guy looks good. Who is he? Trading for Beginners, Part 1, full trading course tutorial, right? 2 hours. Yeah, maybe start there, right? Maybe not. Maybe start over here. Maybe look there. Oh, then I got to look up what a chart is and how these patterns work. And then I have to look up how to do this and that. And then I have to worry about, well, who's trying to sell me and who's not trying to sell me. This guy looks like a complete douche. It's hard to get a grip on stuff when you don't know what you don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like if you wanted to go learn how to build a website, you could do that online. You're not going to know what you need to know unless, if you wanted to learn, maybe a website's the wrong example, but if you wanted to learn how to do anything. Look, this day and age, information is readily available. Okay, you don't need to go ahead. All right, you don't need to go ahead and have an Ivy League education in order to do a lot of things now. Right. The issue is that if you don't know where to start or how to organize, it becomes very problematic. Okay, it becomes very problematic. 1 second. So it is the organization, it is the structure of those courses, it is who those courses were designed by. Okay, that is why. That education is valuable because it puts everything into perspective and it puts it in order and it puts it in a way that is digestible to people. So in addition to that, and this will be the last comment because I want to get on with weekly market economic outlook, but in addition to that, the tools that you get access to. So I hope that guy is still here. I don't know if he is or isn't. I'll keep going, but are you still here, brother? Let's see. No. Oh, okay, perfect. So the last part, and look, there's a lot of other things that make us unique, dude, but I'm not a very good sham wowsman. I like that one. I'm going to use that. Joe, write that down. So I'll only go off on this next one. But here's what I'll say. From a value perspective, right? I don't know if you're a trader, if you've been trading for how long or whatever, but most brokerage platforms, there's a reason why third-party companies like Benzinga, TradingView, like for example, how many of you use TradingView? Type the letter T if you use TradingView, like the actual platform. Okay, perfect. So got your, do you use TradingView or maybe use Lightspeed or, I don't know what what charting platform you use, but I'm sure that you don't just use your brokerage firm. I'm sure that there are other platforms in which you've integrated, right? I mean, maybe not, but I'm sure that there are. There are a lot of tools, and somebody that's been trading for right? Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Why not just Webull by itself, though? Right? because TradingView has things that Webull does not, and that's why these third-party platforms and programs exist. There's a lot of value in some of the tools that are out there, right? Between TradingView, between Benzinga's news feed, between a whole bunch of stuff, right? Unusual options data, all of it. There's a tremendous amount of that, right? Now, what I will tell you is this: these tools are not cheap. Okay, these tools are not cheap. They end up being at least a couple $1,000 a year. But in all honesty, like if you're full-time trading, $1,000 a year, even if you were spending $5,000 a year, right? You're talking about $416 a month, right? I mean, that's not terrible to get the tools of the trade that you need for your business. And if the gentleman that was asking this question before, if he's trading full-time for 3 years, I assure you, in this economy, he has to be needing to make more than $400 a month. And I'm sure if those tools help him, then you're happy to spend it. It's that simple. There's no universe that exists. There is no universe that exists where you are going to get everything for free and still make a ton of money. Just isn't. There's some sort of an investment. Now, does somebody need to go and spend $15,000, $20,000 a year while they're learning so that they can then further lose money and all that? No, of course not. But at True Trading Group, we incorporate a lot of tools into the membership fee. So what we did is we went, and this is the last part. We went out a couple of years ago in 2017 before we launched, and we knew that just having courses in a chat room would never be enough, no matter how transparent, no matter how great the community was. So we approached companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, and a lot of other companies. We went to them, we sat down with them, and we said, how much would you need to have your product be fully available on our platform? And we worked out deals with all of these companies, and they are all included when you sign up for True Trading Group. So if you're a new trader, you get the education, you get the community. Yes, we alert the trades. We have just about an average of an 80% win rate over the last 4 years on all executions as a group collectively. We trade stocks, options, futures, crypto, long, short, day trade, swing trade, long-term investing. We trade it all. The only thing we don't really trade is crypto and Forex. And by don't really, I mean, we kind of sometimes dabble in crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum only, and we don't ever touch Forex. So it's like a one-stop shop. You get the full version of TradingView when you sign up for True Trading Group. You get real-time data, level 2. You get a full simulator. You get unusual options data direct from the CBOE. You get different data feeds directly from NASDAQ. We have incorporated all these products here so that even if you are an experienced trader, you still get value. So it's like, I don't want to sign up. I could just go to a Discord. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but you're also going to get a lot of value here as well. There's a lot of other reasons why, but I hope that answers your question. I'm not a great sales person or whatever, but I'm being honest with you that's the stuff that makes us different, right? We also charge one price up front for the whole year. We don't charge you per month, and we charge less than $1,000 for the whole year up front, with access to all of those things that I mentioned without any upsell. So that's also something, like, you don't have to sign up, and then if you wanted to add those things later, then you have to pay for it. You don't have to do any of that. In fact, if you go, I mean, you don't have to do it right now, but if you went to ttgoffer.com, that's ttgoffer.com, and you looked on that page, everything that is on that page, you get access to as a member for the year, for no additional money. So that'll let you know everything that you get. And I think right now we're charging $7.97. That price will eventually go up tonight or tomorrow, probably tonight. We want to walk that price slowly back up to around $1,000. I think this thing is probably worth about $950 or about $10.27 to start. So we want to get back up there, and we're doing that now. So we're walking it up slowly a little bit every day, a couple of bucks. But right now it's $7.97, and we also offer a double your money back guarantee. That's no bullshit. You can check all of our videos. We say it in every video. We don't take it down. We don't hide it. So it's one of those things where we feel confident in doing that because we have a less than 3% refund rate since inception. Our retention rate is in the 70%. I mean, it's nuts. People have been here for years and years and years. Watch, how many people in here have been a member of True Trading Group for over 2 years? Type the number 2 in chat if you've been a member for over 2 years. There, you'll see in a second. Anyways, the way this works is you sign up, right? And we're not, if you want a refund the next day, we're not going to give it to you. But if you want a refund in 12 months at the end of your membership, you got to wait till the end of your membership. As long as you complete all the courses, which that's not a catch, like there's nothing tricky about it. We just want to make sure that people put in the work. The exams, which you get the answers to and can use them. Look at how many people have been here for over 2 years. How many people paid several $1,000s to be a lifetime member? Can you type the letter L if that's you? Also, so you complete all the courses. You attend one small private study group. They're free. They're every Thursday. Look at all the lifetime members. These people have paid thousands of dollars to be here. Why do you think they did that? I promise you it's not because I'm a great salesperson and my partner is good looking. I promise you. It's because we actually give a shit. It's because they've been given a real chance, something they've never been given anywhere else. It's because they're experiencing success. And for those that are still struggling, because not everybody's making money hands over fist, something very interesting has happened with those people too, is they may still be struggling, but they see now that it's possible, not just because some leader of a group says so, but because a bunch of members, people just like them, are telling them that it's true. Because they're doing it. Joe, let me get a futures update. I think S&P futures are down, last I checked, 0.95%, and then NASDAQ futures are down 1.47%. Right? So it's gonna be an interesting volatile week. It's gonna be an interesting start to the week, that's for sure. Let's see if futures recover overnight. The futures market just opened. So double your money back guarantee. You pay the $7.97, right? And then in 1 year, if you cannot make that back, I came in today because, if you cannot make it back within 1 year, if you can't make $797 in 1 year, we'll go ahead and give you double your money back. We'll give you $1,594. That's our promise to everybody. So it's true. I came in today because you had a large group of people here that where we live wanted to see how the Iran war starting in a few hours is going to affect the market tomorrow. Not a clue. Volatility I mean, that's the best answer I can give you right now, is that traditionally when there's global conflict that breaks out and uncertainty within that conflict, that there's a lot of volatility and uncertainty, right? So you could probably expect some swings, right? So for example, we got futures right now. We opened at 0.95% down. Now we're 0.81% down. So we're maybe bouncing a bit. The NASDAQ was at 1.47% down. Now NASDAQ futures are at 1.29. I would expect volatility. The more uncertainty there is, the more confusion, the more inexperience, and the more emotion that is involved, and it doesn't get more emotional than war, right? I would just be prepared for volatility. Keep your head on a swivel. I see it, Joe. Don't try and anticipate stuff. Be reactive. I honestly don't know what war is starting in a few hours that he's talking about. I'm just saying in general, like if that's, whatever. Any sort of global conflict or, something like that is something that will cause issue, right? Volatility. So you're not following the news. Me today? No. Oh, you lost me. Oh, all right. Joe, can we get him out? Well, I appreciate you giving me a layup to talk about how the company works. I don't know where he's getting it from either. I was unaware of an Iran war starting in a couple of hours. I didn't realize they scheduled it either. You guys know, like, if that's a thing now? Are we scheduling war? Like, meet me on the battlefield at 12:30 p.m. I don't think that is how that. I mean, look, I've not served in the military, and I have nothing but respect for those that have. But I don't think that it. I don't think that's how it works. I didn't hear. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, maybe you know something we all do not. So we appreciate your commentary. But last I checked, that's not how it works, right? U.S. has an additional carrier battle group on the way. Yeah, that's fine, right? Yeah, Johnny, I hear you, brother. I don't know what he's talking about, but wish him well, and I appreciate the layup. That was very awesome. So thank you. Hope you come back at some point. Now, Joe, give me another futures check. Just keep them coming, Joe. Like every couple of minutes. All right. All right. Let's go over what we got. All right. Let's go over what we got. So what I'm going to do real quick is let's break down what happened last week. And then we're going to go into what we can expect this week as far as earnings and everything else. And then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to go home, going to have some sushi. I'm going to get some rest, and we're going to kill it tomorrow in chat. All right? So let's talk about it. This is last week. We're talking July 29th through August 2nd. Tech earnings were kind of a disappointment. There was a lot of market volatility, right? Surprise. But we saw a lot of it in the tech sector, right? The NASDAQ experienced a steep 3-week slump, falling about 3.4% and 8.8% over the past 3 weeks, marking its worst performance since 2022. Here's a breakdown of some of the major tech earnings from last week. So Amazon fell short on revenue and provided a bleak forecast, causing its shares to tumble 8.8% on Friday. Apple reported modest revenue growth, just about 5%, which fell short of some expectations. Intel continues to disappoint, just like I do to my father. But I mean, you talk about an awesome company that just trades like duty, right? Intel suffered its worst day in 5 decades, plunging 26% after a substantial earnings miss and the announcements of a major restructuring plan. these are, Apple, Intel, Amazon, big companies, big miss. Futures continue to bounce a bit. S&P unchanged at Joe. Just keep putting it on the put it on the screen. Just keep updating it. So the Fed had their meeting this past week, right, on July 31st, and they held interest rates. Surprise, surprise, right? I don't know who was expecting them to cut rates at this moment, but yeah, that's not happening. But most likely in September. There's a lot of people that feel that there's a very solid chance that the first interest rate will come on, coming in around September, right? So we have to keep a watch on that. But as I said, he sounded pretty dovish overall. GDP growth reported at 2.8% for Q2 of 2024, surpassing expectations. There we go. Inflation, the Fed's preferred gauge, stood at approximately 2.5% annually. And there were some new developments in the labor market. The week concluded with the release of July jobs report, which showed a significant slowdown in job growth. So non-farm payroll increased by only 114,000 in July, far below the expected 185,000. Unemployment rate rose to 4.3%, its highest level in almost 3 years. And that's true. However, also well in line with the 20-year average unemployment rate, which is probably around 4.7 to 5.2, 4.7% to 5.2%. So still very much in line with a normal economy, right? The unemployment definitely spooks the market, right? But it's really not anything that shouldn't have already have been expected or considered. But, people sometimes, they can know something's coming, but, who knows, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit, it's like you can expect that something is coming down the pipe. And then when it happens, people are still surprised for whatever the reason, right? The market have been begging for these rate cuts. In order to get to these rate cuts, you needed to see the jobs market cool off, right? I mean, everyone knew that. Is there anyone here that didn't know that those two things, like in order for the rate cuts to happen, that the jobs market had to cool off so inflation can come down? Is anyone confused that needed to happen? That needed to happen. It's not that it's a good thing and that everyone should be happy about people not, having a harder time finding work. I mean, that is not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you can't get a rate cut, maintain increasingly lower unemployment numbers, way higher GDP numbers, expect inflation to go down, and everyone's just happy, right? And that's not realistic. So, we had an economic outlook, that came out from Goldman Sachs and the conference board, right? So Goldman Sachs increased the probability of a U.S. recession in the next year to 25% from 15%. Okay, you moved it up 10%. Cool. I'm not sure how significant that is. That just sounds like, I just want to put that into perspective. That still leaves a 75% chance that Goldman Sachs, some of the smartest economists and bankers and investment professionals in the world, still think that there's a 75%, despite this week, that there is a 75% chance that the U.S. does not enter recession in the next year. I don't know about you guys, but I like those odds. I mean, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but I'm saying that, they probably know a lot more than I do, and a lot more than we do. We're all sitting on YouTube. All right, let's call a spade a spade. The conference board forecast the continued slowing of GDP growth in Q3 2024 around 1% quarterly, annualized, but does not predict a recession. Guys, listen, I don't think I don't think that it's possible to say, hey, we're out of the woods for a recession, or a recession is going to happen, whatever. I would say that it is increasingly being demonstrated that it may not be the most likely of situations. That is what I am saying. Is that it does not look like the most likely outcome as of this moment. All right? So many analysts that are out there still view a soft landing, right? Many analysts, people that get paid to do this for a living, still view a soft landing as the most probable outcome, right? There was a lot of market volatility, disappointing tech earnings, a steady Fed policy, a weaker than expected jobs report, and these have increased concern, and the market pulled it. That was last week. Let's talk about this week. Oh, and by the way, Joe, I hope you got that video clip ready. Mike actually called this. Mike called the pullback of the market in a couple weeks ago on here. Joe, if you have the video, cue it up. Let's go. I don't know, whichever one he sent you, homie. How would I know? I'm not the producer. Oh my God, amateur hour, bro. Making me look bad. Never gonna get that job at CNBC now. Just play each one and see which one it is. Anyways.
Last week's 3-day pullback is the start of a deeper pullback. I actually think that we could try to bounce from here, and then you put in a lower high, roll back to 550, break it, drop to 540s. So the target that I'm looking for is actually down here. Okay, that's my first target. Second target would be a little bit deeper into this range.
And there you go. So as you can see, not Mike, not myself, we are not Monday morning quarterbacks. This is stuff that we talked about a while ago in advance. Okay? Now, you got a lot of other things happening this week. You have the ISM services PMI report tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, economists are expecting a reading of 51, indicating slight expansion after June's contraction. Right? Speaking of contractions, as I said before, Mike had the baby, or rather his wife had the baby. So congratulations again. Next. Thursday, you have the initial jobless claims, right? That's taking place. And then let's talk about earnings. There's a ton of earnings this week. So tomorrow, before the market opens, you got Berkshire Hathaway and Tyson Foods. I love their chicken nuggies. After the market tomorrow, you have Palantir and Lucid Group. On Tuesday the 6th, before the market opens, you have Uber and Caterpillar. After the market on Tuesday, you have Wynn and Airbnb. Wednesday, August 7th, before the market, you have Disney and Shopify. After the market, you have Hood and Occidental Petroleum. Thursday, August 8th, before the market opens, you have Eli Lilly, Datadog. After the close, you have SoundHound and Gilead. And on Friday, you have Canopy Growth and Nikola. And there's a lot of other earnings too, but those are like the big ones, right? For those that are asking, for those people that are asking, the baby's name is Alara Capri Paranati. It all rhymes. It all rhymes. All right. Excellent. So here's some key areas to focus on this week, and then I bid you all adieu. All right. we got to pay attention to the tech sector's performance this week. Following a disappointing earnings from last week, we have to see what happens. Our investors they're closely watching tech stocks, right? Particularly the ones mentioned here. So we have to see how this all kind of plays out, and is the dip just going to get bought? Is it going to go low? I mean, we have to pay attention. The important thing is not to try and predict, but to react, to be aware of what it is to do. We got to pay attention to labor market trends. Although the jobless claims and unemployment and all that is maybe not this earth-shattering issue at this moment for most, not for all, but for most, it's something to keep an eye on. There's always the potential that the Fed goes too far and does not do things quick enough to cut rates or to do stuff, and the economy does go into recession. I'm not saying that should be taken off the table either. You got to pay attention to the services sector. The ISM Services PMI report will be crucial in assessing the health of the larger services sector, especially after weak manufacturing data last week. Federal Reserve expectations also, right? Market participants will be looking for clues about potential interest rate cuts, with some now expecting more aggressive easing from the Fed. And yeah, the more pressure that gets put on the economy, potentially the more aggressive easing they will have. And surprise, surprise, the VIX fear gauge spiked last week, suggesting increased market volatility. So what does that mean? That means that this is not the week to participate in the market and then ignore it for the rest of the week. It ain't the week for that, right? In my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, I do believe that this is going to be a volatile week. But that volatility breeds a tremendous amount of opportunity for people, right? And you don't need to sit there and stare at the computer screen all day, every day. But like even an overnight swing trade, or a couple of good options day trade, a couple of scalps, and you're in the game on a week like this week. So I can tell you that our chat opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. We have a free mobile app that you can download so you can stay connected while you're on the go. All the alerts that we send out are all through push notifications. So none of it is through email and none of it is through text message. And that's very important because email and text message are delayed. Kind of like me in kindergarten, but even more so. So for us, it's important that you get the information timely, and it is instant when it is when it is a push notification. I keep an eye out for deals this week. You probably get a lot of good buying opportunity for things this week, depending. Joe, let me get a futures update. Let's see what we got. Let's see. All right, so the NASDAQ, I can't see the screen, so you're going to have to tell me. So the NASDAQ, yeah, we're bouncing a bit, right? So the NASDAQ now is negative 1.20%, and the S&P is now is now 0.78, negative 0.78%. So, yeah, I can't read that either. So it's one of those things where it's like, chill. Let's see what happens tomorrow. This is going to be a volatile week. Keep your head on a swivel. The only place to be is dialed in with us this week. That's it. Now, real quick before we go, how many people are not members on here right now? Can you guys just go ahead and type TTG in chat one more time, please? If you are not a member of True Trading Group, can you please type TTG in chat one more time? Last time I'll make you do it, I promise. Let's see. We got Americask 8. We got Tilnax 65. There's no code words tonight, guys. Nope, we're good. Ray didn't want to put TTG, but he wanted to say not a member. Excellent. Let's say Sir Mac, right? Guys, just go ahead, type TTG in chat. Let's see, Mark Freilich. Here's my suggestion. All right, here's a suggestion. Rashida Wood. We have a 7-day trial to True Trading Group. If you didn't want to sign up tonight for the $797, I'll tell you now that the price that we're going to charge tomorrow is going to be around $900. Is there, like $950? Is there that much of a difference between $797 and Adam Bite and Highs? Oh, nice. Thank you. And I assume Noah is your brother. Or relative, at least. So there's not, it's up to you. There's not, in my opinion, a real difference between $797 and $950 other than to help you. Oh, son, excellent. If you guys wanted to sign up together as father and son, I would cut you a break on 2 memberships. You could text the number that we're going to put on screen now. I would gladly do that for you. I think it's great. How about this? I'll try something different. Forget about signing up for the membership on the website. Do this. If you're somebody that is actually interested in gaining access to the right tools and the right environment, the right education, and to people that are actually interested in your success and not just how many times we can charge you, then I'd like you to go ahead and send a text message with your name, your email, and the word start. So name, email, and start to this number that's on the screen. 786-505-4049. 786-505-4049. Worst that comes of it, we have a conversation. Best that comes of it, you sign up. And either way, we have a 100% free trial. The only caveat to that is that if you do the trial, the price is over $1,000 if and when you decide to sign up. But there's no credit card needed to sign up for it. And it's 7 trading days. So send a text to that number. If you're somebody that is even remotely interested in figuring out how to do this for real and expanding on what it is that you maybe already know or don't know, or maybe just trying to find a way to make this work for once, my suggestion is to send a text to that number. That's not some number where you send a text and then you receive, 1,000 messages after that. That's literally my partner's cell phone number. Send a text there and we'll talk to you. Let's see, maybe this is not even a right fit for what you're trying to do. But you won't know unless you try. And a conversation costs nothing. And on a week where there's so much volatility and so much going on, a 10-minute conversation could end up being the difference between making money or not, but even more importantly, losing money or not unnecessarily. Send your name, your email, and the word start. Name, email, and the word start to 786-505-4049, 786-505-4049. Have a 5-minute text conversation. Nobody needs to talk on the phone. Let's figure out if this is something that makes sense for you or not, because we don't necessarily make sense for everybody, and that's okay too. So, but conversation never hurt nobody. All right, 786-505-4049, 786-505-4049. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I know that I am not Mike, but I think I did well. I think I may do this again tomorrow. I don't know. I hope you guys got something out of it. There was a good amount of prep. And by prep, I mean 5 minutes before the stream. I'm glad that you guys were here. I'm glad so many of you were here. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow in chat, man. If you're a member, log in tomorrow. If you haven't been in chat in a while, you're gonna be you'd be pretty surprised. Like we have over 2,000 people in chat at any given time throughout the day, and about 4,500 people throughout the day that come through the chat. It is an incredible experience to check out. And it's not like Discord. There's no politics. There's no bullshit. Like it's, I talk a lot of crap sometimes, but 90% of it is people trying to work together, trying to better themselves and the lives of their families, man. And that's what we're doing. And that's honestly what makes us so different from everything else out there, is that we have banked our success on others doing well. So, all right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat some sushi. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys being here tonight. Do me a favor. When this video is done, if you could leave comments under the video, comment what you thought of the video. For those of you that used to call me fat, good luck. Lost a tremendous amount of weight, 75 pounds down, so you'll have to come up with something different now. But ultimately, leave a comment, leave a like after the video is done, share it. And that's it, man. We appreciate you guys' support. Without you, it's just Mike and myself sitting here talking to ourselves about absolutely nothing. So, you guys give us purpose, man. And that's something that's important. So we appreciate you being here. And again, not a member, take 5 minutes. Send a text, 786-505-4049, 786-505-4049. You guys have a great night. We'll see you in chat tomorrow. We open at 8:20 a.m. Eastern. And we will see you tomorrow. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys.